everyone. It is your favorite CEO, Miss Flo, with a new episode of Neon Mike, where the conversation just flows. I am here at Otakon on this happy Friday, and I happen to stumble across John, who is the CEO and founder of Risucon. So, how has it been for you at Otakon so far?
It's been very good. You know, it's to be a local convention and be able to come to one of these big conventions and try to touch people that are local. I mean, there are a lot of people that walk by and I'm from Wisconsin, I'm from California or whatever. And that doesn't do us any good because we're a one-day local convention. But all the people that have come on the subway today and, come to the convention, it's really great. And it's really great that they're willing to give us a table. Because it really helps the local conventions and local things. I mean, these folks over here from the library, this is a Baltimore convention. You got BlurredCon over there, they're local. So it really helps us get the word out for our conventions. And so it's really nice that they do this for us. AwesomeCon does it too. It's really nice.
That is great. It's good to see other convention owners working together, because you always hear about you being so competitive, but it's just it's no need for that whatsoever.
Right.
You guys are kind of working together and promote safe spaces for nerds of all walks of life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So when we ran our first event 4 years ago, we had a local media company do some interviews, and when I watched it after the show, I mean, I nearly cried. Some of the things that people were saying. But there was this girl from high school who was dressed up as Spider-Gwen, and she was like, she can't wear her costume out with her friends or talk about it in high school because she'd get made fun of.
Yeah.
And it's just it's heartbreaking. And then they come and they say, here, I can do whatever I want to. I can meet new friends and I can be who I want to be. And I don't have to worry about, it's a safe space. Yeah. It really is. These places are safe spaces for people that want to get their geek on, right?
Yeah, and it's when I was told about your convention, I was very curious because I noticed that your mascot is a squirrel.
Yes.
And I was can you tell me more, why did you have a squirrel representing your convention? That's great.
Well, they're cheap. They work for nuts. So when I wanted to put together Montgomery County's Comic-Con, I didn't want to be another Comic-Con. I didn't want to be San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, whatever, all this Comic-Con. I wanted to have a unique name like Otakon, and I wanted to have a mascot. Everybody likes to have a mascot, a funny, in an outfit or whatever. And I was like, well, what is common to the area? Washington, D.C., Montgomery County, Maryland. We have a lot of deer.
Yeah.
We have some foxes, but squirrels are all over the place.
Rampant.
So, and they're cute, and so I was also Googling what the animal's name was in Japanese. And deer was a really long name that I didn't sound it, but Risucon, it just kind of rolled off the ring. And I Googled it, and nobody else was using Risucon anywhere in the country. And I said, I think we found a name. So we're the Squirrel Con, And this year we're doing a scavenger hunt where you're trying to go around and you're helping a squirrel escape from the fairgrounds.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And you're finding things like acorns and stuff like that, as clues. So we really try to push the squirrel.
Oh, that's awesome because squirrels are very much welcome.
Yeah.
I've never ran away from a squirrel or startled from it. You know what I mean? They're very cute, friendly, adorable. They will snatch your food though.
They will.
You've been down to the mall. You have some chips. They're real quick too. They just snatching it. But they're fun and adorable. And I think that's the vibe that you want to give
Absolutely.
At a convention.
Absolutely.
Fun, cuteness, friendliness.
Friendliness.
Yeah. That's smart. I like how you came up with that idea. So what can people expect to do at your convention?
So we do everything that that you're going to expect from a convention. We have vendors. We have over 125 vendors. We have an activity room, and the guy that runs our activity room, he's he tries to get people from nature centers to come in. And they do origami and stuff like that. So it's not just an activity room where you sit down and do a puzzle. We have puzzles. You can play. You can put a puzzle together if you want to. But he really tries to engage people in the activity room. And then we have a game room, and it's a local store, Game Castle, and they bring all these games to play. They demo the games. Last year they ran Dungeons and Dragons tournaments. So, and then we have an anime screening room, which is DC Anime Club comes and runs our anime room, and they're showing anime all day long. Then we have 2 panel rooms, so you can go and listen to people talk on different interesting subjects. And then we have what you're going to do. So this year, we're doing 2 things that are really, really cool. First of all, we have a cosplay barn because we're at the fairgrounds, so we have all these barns and stuff like that. So we've made one of these barns the cosplay barn. And instead of just asking local cosplayers, like professional cosplayers, to come and stand around and take pictures, their booths, they're demonstrating on how you can make your cosplay level up. So they're giving advice. So if you come in your cosplay and you say, I don't really like the way this fits, or I had trouble putting these materials together, you can get advice from these cosplayers.
But I do love the idea of like leveling up your cosplay.
Yes.
I would say like I wouldn't say I'm a beginner because, you know, as you can see, I am representing Bleach.
Right.
But I would say like I would like to zhuzh up some of my cosplay, you know, because everybody's using 3D printers.
Yes.
It's very like almost to a fashion level.
Right.
Look, so I would love to learn how like I can improve some of my older cosplay and make it a little bit different, change it up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you may not be comfortable working with certain materials, and these people will show you how to work with materials. So we really think that's something that really sets Risucon apart from other conventions, is that we have this maker space that is really focused on you bringing your cosplay in and being able to ask these top-notch, high-level cosplayers on how to do your cosplay better. So they'll have demonstrations, and then they'll have hands-on stuff, and then they'll talk to you one-on-one also. So that is great. And then the second thing we're doing this year is we have a photo studio. So you come in your costume, and it's not just taking your photo. We have a set of a Japanese house. So you'll come in and you can stand in the set. We have props, so you can have the props. And although other conventions have this, that's not the unique part. The unique part is because we're a 501c3 charity, we're doing it for $5. So people that come and they spend $100 to get a professional cosplay photo shoot or whatever, and they're spending all this money and like that, $5.
That's not bad. Like I've spent more than that.
Oh yeah,
a good shoot.
And you get an 8x10 color photo in a sleeve and everything like that. And plus, we're also taking digital. If for some reason you want to pay the $5, you can get digital and you can download it later and you can print it out yourself.
Oh, for sure. Because I definitely want a copy. I want to make sure I have it on social media and all of that. And then where does the proceeds go to?
So there are 2 things. So we have a group called Superhero Support. And if you can guess, they dress like superheroes. But they go to like children's hospitals, visit children in hospitals, they go to fire departments and libraries. And so part of the photo money is going to go to them. But they run our cosplay contest. And Risucon, as a charity, what we do is we try to give little mini grants to high school students that want to take an art class at Montgomery College, which is Montgomery County's local community college, and they can take an art class over the summer and see if they really want to get into art or anime or cartooning or comic book artwork. So that's what we do with our proceeds when we make a lot of money.
That is awesome. I love how that you are giving back to the community. You're supporting fine arts because I'm part of the fine arts department at my school. And so, like, I just love everything that you're doing. How did you get started? How did you build your convention?
Well, it's funny, before COVID, I was seeing all these conventions, and although I don't usually dress up, I have a dream of being All Might. I am here.
I mean, you have the stature for it, so that'd be really cool for you to pull off.
So, but I like seeing the costumes. I like going to the contests and stuff like that, and seeing the workmanship that people put into it. And I was like, why doesn't Montgomery County have a Comic-Con? There's nothing. So then COVID came along, and we got through COVID, and then COVID finished, and I was like, there's still nobody is coming forward. And I said, I wonder what it would take to try to put on a Comic-Con. And so I had some experience running some big events for different organizations, but I'd never done anything like a Comic-Con before. So we rented a space at the Gaithersburg Community Center, and we held it there. Our first event was there in a huge gymnasium. And it was a big success. And I said, like, that girl came as Spider-Gwen and did that interview, and it really touched me. And I was like, this is important to try to do this. So It's tough to put on a convention. It's almost like a full-time job, but it's not my. I have a full-time job. I don't make money off the convention. I have a pretty good day job. But so this is more like a hobby, but it allows us to be the charity since nobody gets paid. You don't have to make enough money to pay salaries. You don't have to make enough money to pay me anything. So that really gives us an advantage over a place like this. They've got to make enough money to pay all their employees and all that stuff. So yeah, it just kind of grew out of that. After we did the first one, we decided, well, let's do a second one the next year, and then a third one, and then this is our fourth one. So we're pretty young and only 4 years old, but got a lot of people coming. We've got a great place at the fairgrounds, and we have squirrels.
The squirrels are the most important part. Like, you can't have a convention without squirrels. But what I also love is, like, you're thinking of, like, the local community because, like, going to various conventions can be very expensive.
Yes.
And if you factor in travel, like, that's buku bucks.
Right.
So to have something that is, like, within the neighborhood of Montgomery County for, especially if they're high school or college or, you know what I mean, they have, like, and they're in close proximity to the fandom that they love.
Yeah.
And that's like, and you'd be surprised at how much fandom has saved people's lives. It has boosted morale. And I think like right now in this timeline, we do need like a boost of morale.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when all the stuff that, you know, our good president did in the early 2000s, with all the stuff to kind of, I felt that we were really moving forward towards equity and equality and all that stuff. And now we have somebody in the White House who just wants to stamp it out. Again, safe places are really important.
Yeah.
So I'm all, that resonates with me as well. But back to the local stuff. You know, people will spend a lot of money going to Katsucon, AwesomeCon, Otakon. They'll save up for that. And it is nice to have a local convention, but it's the same thing. You can still go in your cosplay, have a cosplay contest, do all this stuff, make new friends, and it's cheap, and it's here in your backyard, and it's free parking.
Oh my God, that is like so vital. Free parking is going to be the selling point for a lot of people. So if you can remind folks, one, where we can find you guys online on social media, and when and where the convention will take place.
Okay, so it's Risucon, Risucon, and so we have our own domain, so it's risucon.com. You can go there, you can read about our charity, or you can click on the event, and it takes you into the website about the event itself. So that's risucon.com/Risucon. On Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it's all related to Risucon. And Risucon, as I said, when I was doing that Google search and nothing else came up, we dominate Google searches. So if you search for Risucon, you're going to get a whole page of all of our social stuff, all of our websites. It's all right there. It's not, the water is not muddied with other people's conventions. If you search for Risucon, you're going to find us. We're Saturday, September 26th. So it's after school has started, but it's before it gets cold. Last year when we did it, the weather was just beautiful, lovely. So even if you have a thick or heavy cosplay that's warm, you know, it's not August or July, all of a sudden you can walk around, you'll be very
beautiful
comfortable.
Fall weather.
Really
that's what
beautiful.
I love the most.
Yeah.
And I encourage you, if you are a teacher or a person in education, you can take your kids to conventions. I do it like all the time, and it makes the smile on their faces will stick with you forever, especially whether you are in the fine arts department or even STEM. Like there's something that your students can walk away with taking them to a convention. So go ahead and fill out the request form now, because I already know it's like you got to do it way in advance. I know the logistics. But take your students, and trust me, you won't regret it. And see how you guys glowed from that conversation. I'm going to catch you guys next time. Bye!